to another day in the life of a reseller vlog. Today is Thursday, July 18th. We got up early this morning. For you guys who watched yesterday's vlog, you know we're having a little bit of car troubles. We took the Prius to the Toyota dealership. They got a blown head gasket, so we're getting some quotes, getting some estimates on repairing the work. Their estimate was quite high over there to have the dealership do it. So we're gonna see what we can get done, but we went and picked it up. We can still drive it. It's just a little bit testy right now, so you don't want to push it too much. But we're going to get that fixed, hopefully. And one good reason is it did force me to get up a little bit earlier. And that means we can get a lot done. Yesterday, we didn't get a lot accomplished. Was running around here and there trying to figure everything out. But this morning, I already got some polo shirts listed, and now I'm turning my attention to fulfilling orders. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Brian Kingsbury. I'm a full-time reseller. I've got 2 eBay stores, over 6,000 items, and this channel kind of details the ins and outs of the business. I show you guys what sold, I show you what we're listing, of course I show you what we're buying and trying to flip for big money. And occasionally I'll even give you an update on my YouTube status. We're trying to get the channel monetized, trying to get to 1,000 subs and 4,000 hours, and we've had a bit of a breakthrough lately. I started using Opus Clips to post some clips into the shorts section on YouTube, and that's really spiked my viewers. We've got several new subscribers and all kinds of new views. Let me show you. Here's the latest analytics chart for the last 28 days. As you can see, the last few days I've been posting those shorts and things have really skyrocketed. We're over 4,000 views for the last 48 hours. So people are watching, people are starting to subscribe, and things are taking off. And of course, I encourage all of you who are watching right now who have yet to subscribe, hit that subscription button. We're going to get into what sold. I'm going to show you the first out of the small store. We just had one sale overnight. Let's take a look and see what it was. Look at the listings I've already got accomplished. I put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 already. 5 polo shirts ready to be put away into inventory. We got to grab this one from inventory as well. This one sold for $10.27. It's a Michael Stars multicolored 100% rayon size 2 dress. 30-inch waist by 38-inch length. So we've been listing a lot of summer clothing, and those summer dresses are starting to sell as well. I don't really deal in the summer dresses too much. I have some women's stuff I get out of storage units, and I'll list them up occasionally. That's where that one came from. I don't really enjoy listing dresses. I don't know a lot about how to describe them and whatnot, but I'll post them up if I think I can make a few bucks on them here and there. There's not a huge sell-through rate, but obviously summer dresses in the middle of summer probably sell pretty well. So we got one sold, not big money, but we'll take it. My focus lately has been summer attire. I'm doing an online auction experiment. I'm calling it online auction experiment. I've been using a loss leader pricing strategy to kind of drive people into my store. I'm doing it on my big store, not the small store that I just showed you. We're working out of the big store, loss leader pricing, and we're throwing up auctions at $197. We're getting them for $199 and selling them for $197. So we're actually listing them for less than we actually pay for them. That's driving people into the store, and while they're there, hopefully they will buy some fixed price listings. It seems to be working. Impressions are up, sales are up, so it is driving people into my big store and providing results. So I'm going to continue doing that. I'm also going to continue posting those shorts. We did find out about that by, of all people, Sugar Sean O'Malley, the UFC champion. Sugar Sean was talking about it on one of his podcasts, and Opus Clip, he mentioned Opus Clip, so I checked it out, tried the trial period, and decided to go ahead and move forward with it. And so now I've been posting clips, and I'm going to continue to do that, kind of really get my face out there in the clips market, and see if we can create some waves and get some new subscribers. Hopefully get this channel monetized sooner rather than later. And when I say we're inventory rich, this is what I'm talking about. We got all kinds of inventory. We got shorts on the left and polos on the right. More to get through. Some women's stuff after that, athletic tees, and also some long sleeve stuff at the bottom there, sweatshirts. And I've still got this stack of denim. It's been staring me in the face. I gotta get to photographing and listing this stack of denim. There's a lot of great brand name stuff in there, Levi's and all kinds of stuff. And of course this Gonzaga Bulldog is still staring at me. I've yet to list him a brand new hat. I found that at Goodwill for just $1.99. We're going to put that one up at fixed price, maybe $14.97, since it it is brand new hat. So now that you've seen a little bit of the inventory I'm working with, later this week we'll be getting to some of that stuff, but we got to deal with the polo shirts I have right now. But first I got to pack up that dress. I'm going to go grab that dress, put away a few of these items into inventory, and we'll get that shipping label printed. Alright, there it is. I've located that Michael Stars multicolored skirt. I guess it's a skirt. You could pull it up and be a dress. Size 2, it's a small one. You had the measurements I told you, but here's a label. We're gonna get this one added to the tote and off to the post office. Alright, we got a few small store orders we packed up last night. We're gonna add one more to that tote. I think this is 6 already out of the small store, so not bad. So I think the plan is to keep listing those polos. I'm gonna list one more polo into the small store to kind of replenish what's sold, and then we're gonna log into the big store, see what kind of action we have over there. And I'm going to give you a look at how things are going. We'll check out the analytics to see if things are still on the up and up, or if we have to adjust the way we're doing things. We're working pretty good through this auction experiment, trying to get those auctions up there and get more eyes on the inventory. And the experiment appears to be working. We have yet to abandon the experiment since analytics show it's all on the up and up. But the sales are up. They just have not been up like I'd like them to be. We're trying to get things up to 20 sales a day, and we've been kind of hovering around that 7 to 10. And we don't want to be there. We want to be upwards of 20. That would be ideal. 20 sales at $20 a sale. We're making $400 a day. That would be ideal for me. A small eBay store, a one-man show. That's kind of what I want to try to achieve moving forward. That's the goal. Alright, I just listed a nice Adidas golf polo shirt into the small store. Then we logged into the big store and we have 3 orders waiting for us. 3 orders overnight. Let's take a look and see what sold. There you see it. 3 orders for $38.01. $38.01 for 3 orders. Let's see what they were. First item sold for $17.25. It's a 2XL king size blue men's mock turtleneck t-shirt. 100% cotton size. Extra large. Second item sold for $8.22. It was one of those loss leader pricing auctions. It's a size large, 32 degrees cool gray athletic gym dress shorts with a drawstring, 33-inch waist by 10-inch inseam. I've been finding a lot of this brand, 32 degrees cool. It's finding its way to the thrift shop, and we're picking them up and making a decent amount of money selling this stuff. It's quality merchandise, a nice brand. It's very well made. Third item sold for $12.54. It's a Promotional Adventures white and pink hat cap. Adult snapback cotton polyester blend. Let me show you the logo on this one. There you see it. Just appears to be some sort of bear maybe. And over here it says Promotional Adventures. So nice pink and white Promotional Adventures snapback hat. There it is. Alright, so a hat, some shorts, and a mock turtleneck for $38 and some change. I'm going to go locate those 3 items, pull them from inventory, and then we'll print some shipping labels and add them to the tote. Alright, through the magic of video, there they appear. A hat, some shorts, and a mock turtleneck. And here come the labels for them. Let's get these printed. Right, we got 3 big store orders ready to add to the tote. Let's go ahead and add those now. 1, 2, and 3. Alright, I'm going to get back into list mode, continue listing these polo shirts. We want to get through this stack of polo shirts so we can head into that photo station and find some fresh inventory to list. I got stacks of stacks to get through, so we're inventory rich right now. I'll give you a look at some of that inventory a little bit later, but first let me get into list mode and get these polo shirts online. Continuing to use Opus Clip to post these shorts, short clips up into YouTube in order to get some more subscribers and get some eyes on my content. Trying to get the channel monetized, and it appears to be working, putting Opus Clip shorts up onto the channel. I'm up to almost 5,000 views in the last 48 hours, so things are climbing. The subscription count up to 410, so things are going up and up, so I'm going to continue to do that as well. Here's a look at the analytics chart for the YouTube channel. Look at that climb. Quite a few views. You see over here We're at 4,899, approaching 5,000 views in the last 48 hours. Subscriber count is up to 410. Hit that sub button and join the fun. That's kind of one of the benefits of working on these two projects at the same time. You know, trying to get this YouTube channel going while keeping the eBay business afloat and turning out profits. We're kind of got our hands in two cookie jars. And when one gets a little bit boring, we can kind of focus on the other one. I've been focusing on YouTube quite a bit today, so eBay is kind of taking the back burner, but I can show you what I have gotten accomplished. I did get quite a few polo shirts listed, and I've been relisting those auctions. Not a lot of them are selling. You know, I have pretty low sell-through rate. All my stuff's not a really high demand clothing. We deal with some kind of lower end brands. We got some nice brand name stuff as well, but a lot of it is going through at auction, is lower end stuff that's not really that desirable. People don't really search for these brands, so we're offering it up to them at cost, kind of lead pricing, keeping those prices low at $197 with a buy it now option, trying to lead people into the store using that strategy. And we're having a few sales, a little bit of success, but not the kind of success that I'd hoped. But I threw up a couple more, have been relisting those that don't sell back into the store. So we're going to give it a try for another week, keep those auctions going. We got quite a few. The Premier store allows you a 500 in certain categories, and clothing is one of those categories. So we're trying to use up those 500. We're approaching the end of the month, so we are still have a few left to list before we are charged an additional amount of money. So I'm going to keep at it, keep those free listings going up at $197 with a buy it now option. That auction experiment is continuing, but let's take a look at some of these polos we got listed. There you see the last 8 listings. We had a couple shorts down here. We worked on shorts earlier in the week, and here we got a couple nice polos. We got this extra large Champions. These are going up at $197, a nice extra large Van Heusen. Up here we got another Van Heusen, this one gray in color, and Goodfellow and Company. That's kind of the lesser known brand I was telling you about. Extra large though, the right size. Another extra large St. John's Bay gray polo, and finally I just listed this 32 degrees cool polo. So we got 6 quality polos up into the big store. I did list some into the small store earlier this morning as well to replenish what sold. We had a few nice sales out of the small store yesterday and today, so that's good to see. When the big store is not turning out the sales, sometimes the small store takes over and picks up where the big store lacks sales. So that's what we're hoping continues. You know, having 2 stores, that's one of the benefits of having 2 stores, is one isn't producing, the other one will. So we're going to continue listing into both of those stores, and we might extend that auction experiment into the small store. That might be something I think about considering for next month. We'll see how things go this month. We'll continue doing this auction experiment through the big store until the end of the month, and then we'll make a decision on that. Alright, as you saw, we dropped off those orders downtown Bellingham. I took the wife to Fairhaven. She's going to go on a bike ride, and I'm going to pick her up a little bit later. We're having those car troubles still, so been driving the truck around a lot. It's got a little bit of a radiator leak, so I'm going to go get some antifreeze to keep the coolants in there so that nothing bad happens. So we got to keep an eye on that since we're driving it so much. Alright, we got some envelopes and we got some antifreeze. Next visit will be Lake Pad. I'm going to go over to Lake Pad and get some steps in, get some exercise. Of course, I'm going to take you guys with me so you can see the sights and sounds of Lake Pad, and let's go over there now. Alright, as you saw by that sign, we made it here to Lake Pad, and I'm going to go on a little warm-up walk. Of course, I'm going to take you guys with me so that you can see the sights and sounds of Lake Pad. Then we're going to get that 2.6 miles accomplished, get that run in around Lake Padden. And by then, it's probably about time to pick up the wife. She's on that bike ride with a friend of hers. So let's hit that trail and see what we can see today. hopefully you guys enjoyed that little warm-up footage, that little look at the lake. Now comes the tough part. I gotta put the camera down and get on that trail and accomplish that 2.6 miles. We're gonna get some steps in, we're gonna get around the lake, and I'll report back once I return. Alright, you know what time it is. Another successful 2.6 around lake pattern. Today was a bit of a tough one. I call it probably a 7 out of 10. It was a good first mile. That second mile was a little tough. That third mile got even tougher. Track Coach Jim Hampton used to say, you know, you got to be careful that third lap of the mile. That Bruin bear will jump on your back and he can take you down, so you got to outrun that bear. I think today maybe he wasn't on the back, but he probably got on my leg and hampered my speed a little bit in that last mile, but we made it through that finish line, and we'll live to run another day, I suppose. I think today we maybe should reiterate, you know, the importance of routine. I've been icing my knee every day after my runs and in the morning a little bit before I go running, and today I neglected to ice it, and I think that might have been the downfall. That might have been why I was a little slow on that last mile. The knee was acting up a little, and ankle as well, so I got to get some ice on that right knee and make sure to take care of it, make it part of the daily routine. You know, self-care is important, especially if you're going to try to be an athlete at my age. So I guess we could take a few moments of gratitude. I guess stay grateful that I'm able to be out there running around the lake, that we have a beautiful day like today. Rain-free here in Washington. It doesn't happen very often. Not many even clouds in the sky. Blue skies and sunshine to run in, so that now's the time of year you should be really grateful and appreciate that weather. Mother Nature brings it to you about 3 months a year where we're at, so get out in it and make the most of it. Sometimes I really struggle with that, you know, being stuck inside all day working on these two endeavors, you know, the YouTube and the eBay. The life of a reseller, you know, puts you in front of a screen for long periods of time. So when you get out here in the wilderness a little bit, it kind of centers you and allows you to feel okay about life again. You know, you get in front of those screens and all kinds of emotions start sprouting up. You know, you worry, there's paranoia, there's your ego comes into play. You know, are you good enough? Imposter syndrome, all those things that the screen tends to put upon people. You know, less time in front of those screens obviously is a healthier lifestyle, and then I'm trying to work toward that. Get out on the road and get into the wilderness a little bit more each year, and hopefully once I get my channel monetized, I'll have the funds to do that a little bit more. Money makes freedom, so hopefully we can attain a little bit more cash in the upcoming year and make some of those dreams and goals happen. Of course, I'll talk to you guys about that kind of stuff once we're ready to talk about it. No sense in getting into plans right now. Right now we're just focusing on getting the channel monetized and keeping that eBay business churning out profits. So I guess I'm grateful that I'm able to find a little bit of balance out here in the wilderness and you know, balance that screen time and the away time. You know, you got to say no to some projects that come your way sometimes and put yourself first. You know, you set your goals in front of others sometimes, and that's important to do. I think a lot of times, you know, people set these lofty goals and they have the, you know, the idea of what it takes to get there. They know what to do, but sometimes they just are reluctant to take those steps necessary to get in the right direction, get headed in that right direction. Once you put that one foot in front of the other, you're on your way, and I think I see a lot of people in my life kind of doing that, setting those goals, stepping towards them, you know, one step forward, two steps back, but you're moving forward eventually. Once you make those greater strides toward the goal, that's how you get there. Yesterday we talked a little bit about risk, you know, in this game. Sometimes you got to take a little bit of risk in the reseller game, and it's not always easy to do. You know, I've attempted to do it with storage units, with big buyouts, and getting into different categories and inventories that I'm not that comfortable with. And I tend to always go back to the clothing. You know, that's my bread and butter. That's kind of what I've known, what I've been doing the last 25 years. So that's where I'm comfortable, but sometimes you got to step outside your comfort zone. And you know, you see others do that, and they make those great strides toward their goals, and I think I need to maybe try to do that a little bit more as I move forward with these endeavors. Yeah, there's a lot of discussion online about, you know, finding comfort in the uncomfortable, you know, finding that comfort in stepping outside of your comfort zone.
And sometimes it's not that easy to do, and I don't know if I can really say I've actually done that. I guess a little bit, take a step here and there and feel uncomfortable in that new environment, and realize it, whether or not it's for you or not. Sometimes it's not for you, and you have to realize that as well, and make a side step and head in a different direction. Head in a direction you feel more comfortable with. And usually once you get into the mix of things, you'll know. Oftentimes they talk about women's intuition. I think men have that as well, especially in business. They take those risks and they just feel right about it, or they don't. And you got to trust in that intuition sometimes, and realize that it's leading you in the right direction, the direction that you need to go in order to be more successful. Sometimes if it doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. And you got to be grateful for the situations that you're in, where it feels right, where it feels like you're at home and it's comfortable. And once that uncomfort becomes comfort, that's where you want to be. And I think I'm starting to get into that with this YouTube thing, getting a little more comfortable in front of the camera, kind of deciding where I want the channel to go a little bit. We want it to be reseller centered, but still have a little bit of fun doing other things here out in the outdoors, a little photography, a little this, a little that, giving you guys something fun to look at every day in the life of a reseller. It's not just about sitting behind those screens. It's about creating that lifestyle that you want. As an entrepreneur, that's one of the freedoms you have. You can kind of come and go and do what you want, as long as those bills get paid at the end of every month. So I guess I'm grateful for all that, and I'm grateful for all you followers who have joined me on this little journey. It started long ago, a couple years ago now, and we're well on our way, almost halfway toward monetization. So we're making great strides. Been posting those little clips up in the short section, and we're getting all kinds of new views, and I'm hoping that those subscriber count will really jump as a result. So if you haven't subbed yet and you're seeing this for the first time, go ahead and hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and make these daily vlogs a regular part of your day. I'd really appreciate it. All that being said, I got to pick the wife up down in Fairhaven, 8:15. She said be there, or be square. No, she didn't say that, but I'm going to be there and pick her up, get the bike, and load up and get home. Hopefully get a few more polo shirts on tonight. See if we had any sales that we need to pack up. Sometimes you get some late night sales. So the work continues. The day in the life of a reseller continues. Let's go.
Alright, it's a little after 10 o'clock now. I got home and got stuck watching a stupid movie with Miley Cyrus about, she was an undercover cop or something, a private investigator. Watched the whole thing to the very end, so I didn't get any more work done, but we did have one more sale come in. Let me show you. Sold these sandals for $43.57. They're Propé shoes, women's size 8.5 XX, 4E brown leather women's sandals, closed toe. So I think I'm just going to pack those up in the morning. I'm going to call an end to this day in the life of a reseller vlog. We'll start fresh in the morning. I want to thank everybody for watching this one to the very end. Congratulations, you made it. If you haven't yet, hit that subscription button. We're up to 412 now. We added a couple new subscribers since I last looked at the computer. So 412 and climbing. Join the party and go ahead and hit that subscription button, ring that notification bell, and don't forget to hit the like on your way out. Thanks again for watching this one to the very end. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.